Hi, I'm Heidi.
And I'm Byron.
And we are Sailing Schmidt.
Morning, 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 as they say in the Bahamas. We had been at Staniel Cay in the Exumas for 3 days, and it was time to move further south down the island chain. We are trying to get to Grenada for hurricane season, which officially begins June 1st, although historically, tropical disturbances are not common here until at least July 1st. At this point, our plan is to move further south each time we have a good weather window, and Black Point was the next place we wanted to go. It was a short morning sail from Staniel Cay to Black Point. We took the outside route to avoid shallow waters, and then we used the Dotham Cut to get back to the western side of the island chain.
Looks so shallow over there.
Yep.
And over there. This is the Black Point Yacht Club right there. And right over there is the government dock. And everywhere else is just beautiful. So normally this anchorage would be very full, but as of right now, there's only us plus 3 other boats here.
We were at Black Point for less than 24 hours, so we did as much as we could while we were there, which included cleaning our hull and making a visit to the Black Point Yacht Club. Finally, an affordable happy hour. We got 2 rum punches for $10. As we have traveled down the Exuma chain of islands, we see more and more conch shell piles. It's a main staple in the diet here, high in protein and vitamin E. It's a tough meat, but the Bahamians have perfected the art of cooking with it, making conch fritters, ceviche, cracked conch, chowder, grilling and stewing it, and conch salad. We walked the town a bit. It was colorful and quaint, but very small.
Down there you have a couple of convenience stores or grocery stores, and then that's pretty much it.
The highlight was also the busiest place, which was the schoolhouse on the shore. The kids were so cute having their recess. The next day we pulled anchor and headed to Little Farmers Cay. It was a short island hop, about 1.5 hours, and we got to sail most of it. We use an app called No Foreign Land, which allows us to follow other boats. We happened to spot some people we know, Dean and Cindy of Blue Horizon, sailing the opposite direction that day. We had a short convo on the radio, and it sure was great to hear familiar voices. Sometimes along the way you see things and you're not quite sure what they are. Let's just call this a rock. We got to Little Farmers Cay, and this was the place that has been Byron's favorite so far. It was the colors, the conch everywhere, and the way the land formed a protective barrier around us. We popped into the Little Farmers Cay Yacht Club, got a beer, and watched all the conch. We had heard this was the place to get the famous Bahamian conch salad, so we asked the friendly owners where we could get some. He called his friend Aiden and ordered 2 salads for us. We dinghied over to another small bay to meet Aiden. He keeps live conch in the harbor and pulls it out and cleans it when you order. To clean it, he rubbed salt on it.
I like it. Go America. Go America. We did our part. Yeah. How you doing? That's 285. That's right. That's 6. You should have 6 by 6 is 36. I'm hoping that's the one we've already got before.
The best part was getting to know Aiden and watching him tenderize the conch and prepare the salad. He used all fresh ingredients. About 60 people live on the island, and Aiden was the last person born here. Not in a hospital, as there isn't one here. For a living, he makes conch salad and does construction. His conch salad was amazing, and he even sat down to eat with us. This was truly one of our best experiences in the Bahamas so far. All the scraps went down to the bottom of the food chain. We explored the other uninhabited shores, finding some ruins that we didn't know what they were, and yes, lots more conch and stingrays. We've got Little Farmer's Cay all to ourselves.
Who made those tracks?
It was a super calm night and we had a fish hanging with us. It was a barracuda, so there would be no evening swim. We're about to leave Little Farmer Cay, which is kind of sad because it's really beautiful here, but we've got to keep moving south. So we're headed to Georgetown today in the Exumas, and it's supposed to be a really cruiser-friendly hotspot kind of thing. But I think since we're nearing the end of the cruising season here in the Bahamas, it's probably not going to be as crowded. But we're still hoping to explore some things there. We need to get the dinghy and motor put away. We're not going to tow it for 7 hours today. That's too long. We really liked Little Farmer's Cay. Had a very good, calm sleep night here. Unlike some others, this one was good. Very beautiful water. We headed out at a flood tide through Farmer's Cut to go around the outside. We had a great sail. It was 7 hours. There were a number of sailboats headed south to Georgetown with us, which was surprising. So we made it into the Georgetown anchorage, and it's a very, very big anchorage. Number of boats still here. I suppose it's usually a lot more crowded than this during the official or cruiser season, but it's nice. Normally, from December through April, there would be about 300 boats anchored here. We did visit the very popular Chat and Chill restaurant with all of its outdoor play areas. It is a pretty cool place. We were a little late to the party. We had a few drinks here, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's got a good vibe for cruisers. However, we decided against ordering any food here. They have an outdoor prep area, and it was right next to the bathrooms, and you could smell the bathrooms, and then you could see a lot of flies, and it just didn't seem that sanitary. Seeing this is more my style. There are several hurricane holes here. They are areas that are semi-protected by land features and have mangroves to tie into.
Getting ready to snorkel into the blue hole here, and hurricane hole number 3 snorkel spot. It's supposed to be a blue hole there where it says no fishing.
When you tie up to a mooring ball, you always wonder what's under there. Is it checked or maintained? But this one should be okay for just tying up with our dinghy. This particular blue hole is known as the Mystery Cave. What was remarkable about it was that as we approached, there was a rush of cold water coming up out of the cave. It is estimated to be at least 185 feet deep and extends 600 feet horizontally under the island.
I guess this is known as the art trail or something. We're at, I think it's called Starfish Beach. It's a pretty cool spot. It's a little shade structure with everybody leaves their mark here.
I think that's the Love Shack.
Oh, it is the Love Shack. That's right. The art trail. See you around. That's cute. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. These people make art, quote, out of their trash. I don't know if I like that or not.
I couldn't decide what I thought of the art trail. I wondered who would clean it up and how much plastic gets washed into the ocean with the next major storm. Byron just summed it up as cruiser's trash.
Yeah, we didn't bring the right shoes to go on this trail.
We desperately needed to do laundry, and there were a couple of options, but I worry about Byron carrying the huge pack of laundry on his back, so I picked the place that had a shorter walk from a dock. I neglected to measure the dinghy ride distance.
A 5-mile trip to do laundry? Cool bridge though. I don't think anybody comes here to do their laundry, except for us. It's in the middle of nowhere. It was about an hour dinghy ride to get here, and I freaked out because I didn't know how much gas we had. And apparently this is where the locals do their laundry, so and there's a liquor store right next door. Nice place. And our laundry excursion was a success. I got to meet some pretty cool folks in there. And our dinghy's still here with the engine. Doesn't seem to be a problem in the Bahamas.
The bonus of going this far to do laundry is that we crossed a few blue holes along the way. You can see the darker blue area behind us.
Wow! Yeah, is that like 20 feet from us? 40 yards? 30 yards from us. Okay. Bring in your Cisco foods.
We went into Georgetown proper a few times to get fuel, groceries, and explore the town. We also needed to get our propane filled on our last day.
Under the dinghy bridge. dock is somewhere around here, maybe right there.
We explored a few more places while we were waiting for our LP gas to get filled. It was supposed to be ready at 3 o'clock, and I'm pretty sure it was near 5 before we got it. Island time. I hadn't been in a Western Union in quite a while, but this is where we got our propane gas refilled.
We're leaving Georgetown, so goodbye to the Chat and Chill over there and all the other places that we saw or didn't see.
Headed out of Georgetown, we noticed a lot of anchorages that would have been a lot prettier to anchor at, but we didn't know they were here until we were leaving. We had heard a lot about Calabash Bay over on Long Island, so we plan to go there next after Georgetown. Join us next time and see what we find.